I want to show you three videos. Well, actually, two videos. I want to show two videos because one of these you've already seen. The lady gets hogtied. She's a 70-something-year-old lady with dementia, and she gets hogtied and breaks her collarbone, her arm, or something, dislocates her arm because she stole stuff worth $13 at Walmart. Anyway, I mean, yeah, she did say she had dementia, but anyway, um, my problem is I'm screaming out that crimes have been committed against me the entire time and nobody cares, and that's the issue. Um, so number one, I know Dale Earnhardt Sr. is alive, and I know he used my name on national television. I don't know all the details because nobody will tell me the truth. Everybody just lies to my face everywhere I go. They think it's funny. So what this video is going to show you is it's not funny, and it hurts when the police injure you on purpose and laugh in your face. When I was arrested in 2019 in Austin, Texas, I told them that the FBI faked my daughter's death. Um, People in Intel Corporation know the truth. They're going to lie through their teeth. They're just playing games, playing games. They don't want to go to jail for what they did. The problem is people have evidence. People are withholding this evidence. They don't want to go to jail. They do not want to tell the truth, especially Intel Security Chief and Till Fan, he does not want to tell the truth. Bill Bartle does not want to tell the truth. Um, so anyway, they arrested me, put me in mental hospital for a long time. I went in early October and I came out right around Thanksgiving, day before Thanksgiving. And then they followed me here where the Lone Grove police said they're probably private investigators. There's nothing we can do. So I was stuck here all those years with nobody tell the truth. So the main problem is I did not lie. Sierra Ramsey is alive. Her death is fake. Jeanette told me she's going to do it in high school, and then you guys keep toying with me. You don't want to tell the truth. Meanwhile, the cops are injuring me because you've ruined my life on purpose. I can't work anywhere in the United States of America. And if I go to Vietnam, she's going to say go live in the mountains because I can't work anywhere in Vietnam because everybody knows who I am in Vietnam too. I can work anywhere in the world because everyone knows who I am around the entire world. Um, I was arrested in Waco, Texas, in February, where they injured my leg. They hurt me so bad I could not walk for 7 days. In fact, the first few days, they let me get up, and I fell. I fell, and I had to grab the wall to hold myself up multiple times. I could not walk. They gave me no cane, no brace, nothing. I could not walk. I would not take medication in the hospital because they want to try to say I'm crazy because they don't want to tell the truth about Sierra Ramsey being alive. They want to fake it and lie and let me die in the streets, and that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. You can't do that to somebody. Um, and now the whole world's watching you, and that's making it even worse. But I was injured. I could not walk, and they were tackling me and injuring me worse 7 nights in a row until finally I started taking medication because they won't let you out. They won't let you leave unless you take it. If you take the medication, we'll let you out. So I started taking it, and then they kept me for a total of 23 days and then let me out. So it was a lie. They just wanted me to take medications. That's it. And they still kept me in a room that was about 35 to 38 degrees, constantly. They said nobody had heat. I was the only one with no heat. Someone told me that. I was arrested here in Ardmore, Oklahoma. Every cop on the force knows who I am, but they lie right to my face and laugh at me. They think it's funny because they want to hurt me. They do. They want to hurt me. Um, Yukon, the cop knew who I was. He said, "You're not going to know who I am." So I turned my head a certain direction, and then I saw his nose and it was crooked. He had a nose job. He had a nose. He told me he was going to get one. He said, "You're not going to know who I am." Until I turned, and he turned his head, and then I knew who it was. He did everything he said he was going to do to me back. He said he's going to do it back like in the years 2000, 2005, and he did it in 2023. 2022, 2022. Yeah, 2022. So anyway, tonight was a crazy night too. It was crazy. Um, I went to Wichita Falls, and I went to the mall. People lied to my face. Everyone just lied to my face, trying to make me mad on purpose, like everybody does. So I leave the mall and I start driving down the roads, and I'm heading out of town really, but I'm going down some of the streets, and I pass a place called Music. I think it's called Music Makers or something. It was a music store. I was like, oh, a music store. I go look at guitars. So I start turning in. But the problem is all these cars are following me around trying to cause accidents, and they're looking at me really mad. But if I say something, they just, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who you are. I don't know nothing, because they've done it before. But they're trying to cause accidents, and they just want to say they don't know anything. They just want to pretend. That's a liar. Everybody knows. Everybody's a liar. Anyway, I get there. I realize it's closed. The guy across the street, he thought I was going to get out of the car, but no, because the light was kind of glowing, but it was the sun hitting it. And then I realized the door was locked. I could see it from the car. So I was like, oh, they're closed. And I put the car in reverse, started back up, and I looked at that guy, and he got upset. And that's when I realized who he was. Years ago, someone told me that that man was going to try to have me arrested at that music store. Now, the problem is I haven't really talked to anybody from, the Shepherd Air Force Base area, face to face as a friend, since 1989. That was the last time I was really at Shepherd and had a friend there. It was 1989, when I was to 1990 when I was there. The only other person was Roberta, and I didn't know anybody but Roberta, and that was Shannon Saxon's aunt. So that was the only other person I knew. Um, so this person had planned this from 1989, 1990 to 2023. And then right as I backed out, I looked, and there was a cop, and he turned away. Thought I didn't see him, but he was coming up to try to arrest me at that store, and I didn't do nothing wrong. Um, then I go down the highway. I pass Shepherd, and I go to another little store, and a guy pulls up with his girlfriend laughing. Now, when I see that, I already know they're coming up to harass me, to get me in trouble. That's it's immediate. You know it, and they think they're smart. They're stupid. They think they're smart, but they're not. So anyway, he comes up to harass me on purpose, and I'm getting gas, and I know what he's doing. So the first thing I start doing is I start talking about the rockets. I said, man, I came down here all the way down to Shepherd, hoping I could see one of those SpaceX rockets that goes up and comes back down and lands by itself. I wanted to see one of those self-landing rockets, from SpaceX. If NASA has them, because that's what SpaceX is for, then they should have them on Shepard. I thought I'd see one. I thought maybe I'd see a Millennium Falcon, because if we have those rockets and go and come back down the land like that, we must have Millennium Falcons. And then the gas finished. I turned and looked at his face, and he looked very upset. And that's when I realized who he was. He was either a cop. He was a redheaded guy. He was either a cop or a military person who said he was going to have me arrested right there at that store. So anyway, I leave the store, and all of a sudden the car backs out and blocks me in. So this guy can come up and beat me up if he wants to, but he didn't come out to beat me up. So they pull out real slow, and they just kind of sit there, and then finally they move out and go. But by the stalling set up all the cars come and get the intersections. Multiple cars came at the intersection all at the same time and stalled me. So there's a little lady walking down the street in a pink outfit, and then all of a sudden I leave and I go down and I turn right to go back onto the highway 44 and go back up to Randlet, and I look in my rearview mirror, my mother's rearview mirror, and there's a cop headed right to that store. Right to that store. Now, this is the point where I'm going to tell you what Dallas did and Ardmore, Oklahoma also did. They all did this, and I caught them doing multiple times. They would set it up. They did it in Dallas all the time. I caught them multiple times. They would set it up where there'd be an accident. Then there'd be a tow truck magically there, and then there's a police officer right behind the tow truck. They did it multiple times, multiple times. When I came to Ardmore that night, they set it up for a wreck right there before you got to the Chickasaw clinic, and then there was a tow truck because they missed the wreck, and then there goes the police car. They kind of got tired of that here at Ardmore, so they just arrested me. They just arrested me. And the problem is, everyone knows that 3 lives in Ardmore, Oklahoma are faked with my name attached. And that's CC Sierra Ramsey, Skip Edmonds, and Jason Chastain. And everybody knows Dale Earnhardt Sr. faked his death. I know it. I know it because I saw him get out of the car with my own eyes. So I'm going to get on with these videos because I don't want this video to take too long. This first video, I'm kind of going to go to where he gets injured. He gets paralyzed because this cop. I don't want to show you the whole. You can watch the video yourself. I just want to show you where he gets paralyzed. Can never walk again.
Stand up. Come on, you're a man. Be a man. I can't feel my legs. You can feel your legs. All right, there's a wheelchair right behind you. You get to sit.
Stand up.
Officer Jackson believed Gross was just pretending. In fact, he told the medical staff he only assisted Gross to the ground.
I can't feel my legs, dude. I'm sorry. I can't feel my legs. Dear God. Dear God, damn it, I can't feel my legs. Come on. Don't forget your pasta box. I can't feel my legs.
Introducing the Ungun, the non-lethal.
If you watch that video, what happens is the cop grabs him and slams him on the ground, which breaks his back, his spine, and he'll never walk again. And he's at the hospital. He is at the hospital when he does it. The cop just, you got to watch the videos just to see it. The next video.
Deputies of Paulding County Sheriff's Office, Georgia, received calls that a man with a backpack was trying to break into vehicles. Deputy Michael McMaster was assigned to respond to the incident. Around the same time, a guy named Tyler Canaris was on his way to work with his backpack containing his work equipment. When Deputy McMaster saw Canaris, he quickly concluded he was the suspect. So he got down from his patrol vehicle and, without any explanation, ordered Canaris to remove his backpack and put his hands behind his back.
At this point, I'm only going to show you where this guy gets injured. I want you to listen to how much he screams in pain, because it hurts. It hurts when they hurt you on purpose.
1 minute of the encounter, the deputy violently slammed Canaris to the ground and fractured the innocent guy's skull and clavicle.
Hey, don't work. Come on, you want to play this game? Put your hands behind your back. This is like, put it down. Can you tell me what's going on? Just put your hands behind your back before you end up on the ground. Detained for a minute. You imagine the description: someone trying to break into people's cars. I'm not breaking anyone's car. Check on your fucking back.
Now, as you remember, they grabbed the guy who was just walking to work, who had a backpack on. He wasn't looking at other people's cars. They arrested the wrong guy, and they injured him, just like they keep trying to hurt me. So I got the main question is right now is it legal to fake someone's daughter's death? The man screaming out that they faked his daughter's death, and they keep arresting him over and over again and lying to his face and sending him around the entire world just to prove that you know everybody knows who I am because you did fake her death, and you keep locking me up. You keep making me go homeless. You keep making me run out of money. You keep making me drive down an endless loop of lies because nobody wants to tell the truth. Is this legal to torture somebody? Is it? Because it's not. I deserve my life. I deserve to have my family. I deserve to have a wife. I deserve to have a house and a car. I don't deserve to be lied to, murdered by police, murdered by every face I see. Anyway, have a good day. I hope you had fun watching Sunday Night Football.
Call your supervisor.
What do you need my ID for, sir?
Well, because you want to run your mouth to me.
No, because you was looking at my license plate. For what?
Exactly.
For what?
You don't have the right to run this.
I got my rights to do anything I want to do. I'm a police officer.